Yeah, hello all, welcome back. So in the previous session, we have covered some of the item category controls, right? So let me cover the other controls today. So let me go through the transaction VO B7, and here our item category is TIN. And if we go inside this one, see here we can see the controls. So in the previous session, we have covered the controls till billing relevance. So here the next control is billing plan type. So what is the billing plan type? So I think you are aware of billing plan type, right? Because we have covered the same field there in the sales document type controls.
Okay.
So if we maintain the billing plan type here, what is that we can maintain? Either periodic billing or milestone billing.
Yeah. Periodic.
Yeah, we
Periodic is
have,
the month regular monthly
yeah,
periodic, and milestone is work when the work done.
yes, the billing, yeah, the billing will be done based on the work done. So as we have the same field in sales document type controls also, if we maintain the billing plan type there in the sales document type controls, then which will be applicable to entire document.
Okay.
And if we maintain the billing plan type here in the item category controls, then it will be applicable only to the particular line item, the
Line
one
item.
which is having the item category as TIN. So are you clear?
Clear.
So if you maintain here, it will be applicable to the particular line item.
Hmm.
Then the next one here is
Okay.
billing block. So
Hmm.
we already have seen the same field there in the sales document type controls.
Document types. Document types. Yeah.
So what will happen if you put billing block there in the sales document type controls?
It will not. It will not allow to create the document
Yes.
if you maintain the billing block.
If you put the billing block there in the sales document type controls,
Just
then it
total
will
document.
block the
Complete
entire
document.
document for billing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And if it is in item category controls, then it will block the particular line item for billing. That is the main difference
Okay.
between these two.
Okay.
So here the next field is,
Both are same.
yeah, both are same, but here it will be applicable only to the particular line item, and the
Line
one
item.
which we have there in the sales document type controls will be applicable to the entire document.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. So here the next field is pricing.
Pricing.
So this field controls whether the line item is relevant for pricing or not relevant for pricing. So
Okay.
if the line item is relevant for pricing, then we put the value as X here, this one.
Okay.
And if the line item is not relevant for pricing, then we use blank.
Pricing.
Okay. And in case of free goods,
Hmm.
we use the pricing field value as B. So what will happen if you put B? Where 100% discount will be applicable to that line item. So we will cover this
Okay.
when we are going through the free goods concept.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So uh, note down some of the important points here.
Hmm. Wait.
We use we use the pricing field value as not relevant for pricing. No pricing, this one, blank. For some of the item categories, those are nothing but KLN, free of charge, KBN, consignment fill up, KAN, consignment pickup, TATX, text item, TAE, bomb header pricing sub item, TAP, bomb item pricing main item, TAPS, material determination header pricing sub item, TAPA, material determination item pricing main item. Okay. So here pricing B means free goods pricing 100% discount. So the below item category will have the pricing type B, that is nothing but TANN 10.
Free goods.
Yes, free goods item category.
Okay.
So what will happen if you put pricing B, then it will help us to determine R100 condition type and make the free goods item value 0. So R100, it is a condition type, like we have PR00. So this one will helps us to determine R100 condition type in the sales document, and it will make the line item value as 0.
So
Okay.
in week 11, you can use that R100, right? In the place of PR00 for price we are doing that.
Yes.
For PR00 we mentioned the price, right? And
Yeah, like
we have to maintain
like
this.
PR00. Yeah, like PR00, we have many condition types.
Yes.
Okay. So we
Now
will, yeah,
here.
we cover them while we are going through pricing concept.
Okay.
Okay. So how we can determine the base prices, how we can determine the what is this, discounts, how can we determine the taxes, all these things we can cover in separate sessions. And pricing is a big topic to us, and we take at least 10 days to cover the topic. You don't worry, we will cover them in future.
Okay.
So here the next field is statistical value. So if we maintain statistical value, then the line item value will become statistical. That means which does not have any effect on total document value. Did you get me?
Okay.
If you maintain statistical
So this.
value here, then the line item value will become statistical, and which means which does not have any effect on the total document value. So we can see this when we are creating the sales orders and when we are configuring the pricing or this pricing procedure and all these things. So let me give you an example here. For the TAQ, an item category TAQ, the pricing is X, right?
Bomb header pricing.
Yes, bomb header pricing. And TAE, for which also it is X.
X.
Okay, and here the statistical value will be there as X. So here, if the bomb header pricing is there, then for the items the price should not be get considered.
Okay.
So for the items, whatever the item category it is, for which we use the pricing field as, we use the statistics value as X. Okay. So for which the amount will be displayed, but which will not be taken into the consideration. So I think you are clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. regarding this statistical value?
Statistical value like for TAQ you have to maintain X, right?
Yes, see, as we have already seen bomb header pricing and item pricing, right? See, this is the computer, okay, which consists of monitor and keyboard. This is monitor and this is keyboard and this is mouse and this is UPS, for example.
CPU.
Okay, so for which we are charging one or 15,000. Let us think 15,000 we are charging per computer, and the price of the mouse is 1,000 rupees, and CPU is 12,000 rupees. Okay, this one is 500 rupees and this one is 1,500. So the total is 15,000, right? So here, if you are entering a computer there in the sales document, sales order, then what will happen?
Okay.
Because the line items also will get displayed there,
Yes.
the sub items. So here, if you are maintaining the price for computer, then the price for the mouse, keyboard and monitor and UPS also will be displayed there. So if this price is going to be considered, the 15,000 is going to be considered as bomb header pricing, main item.
Okay.
So these prices should not get considered. If these prices also should get considered, then what will happen? The price of the product will become 30,000. Right?
Okay, got you.
So here in this case, bomb header pricing main item, here in this case, these prices should not get considered. So for which what we will use? For these
X.
item categories, we use the statistical value as
X.
yes, statistical value as X. Okay, so what will happen if you put X?
It will take the bomb header pricing computer.
Header item only. Yes, then these field values will not be updated into the get value because that is the statistical value.
Okay. Clarity.
Okay then.
Right. Okay.
So if you put the statistical value X, then the value will not affect the total document value. So here the next field is automatic batch determination. So if you check this, then the batch numbers will be determined automatically into sales document. But generally we don't determine the batches in the sales order. We will determine the batches there in delivery document, right? And what is the prerequisite to determine the batches? Actually, in the material master, if you go through the material master, here if you go through the sales general plan, here you can see the batch management. So this field has to be checked. In the same way, you can find the same field there in the plant data storage one also. See, here also you can find the same field. So this is about the field automatic batch determination. So here the next field is rounding permitted. So if you check this, then the system will perform rounding on quantity decimals. So if the quantity is 100.1, so the system will perform rounding as the system will round it off to 100.
We can see this field in the customer master.
Yes.
Switch off rounding.
Switch off rounding. So if the rounding means if the rounding should not be performed to that customer, then we will maintain the switch off rounding to the customer.
Okay.
Okay. So here the next field is order quantity is equal to 1. So if you check this, then each line item quantity will be restricted to only 1. So let me check it and let me create one order. So if you go through creation of the sales order, you give the customer and the material here, and if the see here I have given the order quantity as 2, then what the system is giving the error, the order quantity 1 bottle is allowed. Okay, see if it is 1, then it will take. So here the control is there in the item category controls to restrict the order quantity. And in most of the scenarios, the business will not use this order quantity is equal to 1. But in some of the scenarios, like if you are purchasing machineries, heavy machineries, so if the company has restricted to purchase only one material, so so at this time they will use this order quantity is equal to 1. So I think you are clear with them.
Clear.
So here the next field is create pure automatic. This field. So if we check this, then while creating the sales order in third party process and IPO process, then system will automatically generate the purchase order. So I think you are clear with third party and IPO processes, right? I have given you two images.
Yeah.
Third party process is nothing but if customer place an order to the company, and if the company is not manufactured, let me give like this. So this is the third party process. Okay, so if customer place an order for the product to the company, okay, and if a company is not manufacturing the material or if the company is not having that material, then what will happen, the company will raise purchase requisition PR,
Yeah.
okay, to the vendor. PR will be sent to whom? Vendor. So the purchase requisition will be turned into purchase order. So with the reference of purchase requisition, then we will create purchase order. Okay, this will be sent to the vendor. Of course, purchase requisition directly will not send it to the vendor. Okay, purchase order will be sent to the vendor. So here customer place an order to the company will create the means the sales order will create the purchase requisition, then the purchase requisition will be turned into PO and which will be sent to the vendor. Okay, this is the third party process. Okay, so in this third party process
And IPO process.
Yeah, when the PO was raised to the customer, so to the vendor, then vendor will deliver the goods to the customer. Okay, so here this vendor will deliver the goods to the customer. Okay, in the same way, the vendor will raise the invoice to the company. So here the third party process is of two types. One is with the shipping notification and the second one is without shipping notification, right? So that's what we can cover later while we are going through the third party process. And the same flow is for the IPO process also. Okay, so if customer place an order to the company will create the PR and with the reference to the PR, PO will be created and which will be sent to the vendor.
Customer.
Vendor. PO, purchase order will be sent to the vendor, which means the company is purchasing the material from the vendor. Then
I
either
thought that
company can deliver the goods to the customer, or vendor can deliver the goods to the customer. Okay. In the third party process, vendor will deliver the goods to the customer, right? But in the IPO process, vendor deliver the goods to the company. Then the company will deliver the goods to the
company will send to the customer.
So this is the main difference between third party process and IPO process. But not an issue.
Okay.
We can cover the both of these topics later, because these are the two different business processes. We will cover them in future.
Okay.
So here what you have to know is, if you check this field automatic, create PO automatic, then while creating the sales order in the third party process and IPO process, system automatically generates PO, purchase order. So here the customer say the sales order raised to the, here the customer raised the order. Let me go here. Here the customer raised order to the company. So the company will raise PR. So then PO which will be sent to the vendor. So here this PR will be automatically turned into PO. Okay, if you check this create PO automatic, then this PO will create automatically and which will be sent to the vendor. Okay. So to create automatic PO, we have to maintain ALE data for purchase order in the sales organization. So I think you have gone through it, right? Have you seen the ALE configuration? ALE data configuration. While you are defining the sales organization, if you go here and if you go to our sales organization, what is our sales organization? M100. So if you go here you can see ALE data for the purchase order. See this one, purchase organization, purchasing group, vendor, order type, plant, storage location, and the movement type. Okay. So if you like to create PO automatically, then you have to maintain the ALE data here. Okay. In the same way, you have to check that create PO automatic in the item category controls also. This one. And see, in SAP, we mainly check this create PO automatic only for the item category, which is nothing but TAS and TAP. TAS is for third party and TAP is for IPO. Okay. So let me move to the next field here, which is structure scope. This one. This field controls whether to explode bomb or not. See, if you click here, structure scope, whether to explode the bomb or not. And it also controls whether to explode single line item or multi-level bill of material. Bill of material is nothing but bomb, right? If structure scope A, which means which explodes single level bomb, and if it is B, which explodes multi-level bomb. So here, let me tell you what is the single level bomb and multi-level bomb. So it is the single level bomb here. Okay,
Okay.
and it is the multi-level bomb. So in single level bomb, it is the computer. So we can find monitor, keyboard, and mouse. Okay. So here in the multi-level bomb, we can find computer. In the computer, we can see monitor, keyboard, CPU for the example. Okay. So here again the CPU will be consist of some of the materials like RAM, cabinet, hard disk. So did you get me? Did you get me the difference?
Yeah.
Here the single level bomb consists of, here the computer is again consist of these all materials, and here the computer is consist of these all materials, and the last one CPU is consist of other materials also. So that is the multi-level bomb. So I think you are clear with it. So that's what about the structure scope. And can you please do one thing? If you are practicing the structure scope, actually I have explained you, I have created only the single level bomb, right, previously.
Yes.
So can you create the multi-level bomb also? Like,
Okay.
can you create some other materials, and can you, what is this? What is this? Can you go through the
Sure,
transaction
Sandeep.
PS01? And
CS01. We
yeah,
have to
and can you
maintain
please
this.
give those materials also as the components, sub-components to the, what is this?
Computer.
CPU. No, not computer.
CPU.
Yeah, as you have seen, as you have created the computer, right? And in the computer you have monitor, keyboard, and mouse, and CPU. So what you have to do is you have to assign the RAM, cabinet,
Or CPU.
yes,
Okay.
all these materials to CPU, because these are the subcomponents to CPU, not to the computer. So then it will become the multi-level bomb. So you practice it, and if you have any queries, you can ask me.
Okay.
Okay? And what is the bomb usage we will use for sales and distribution?
5.
Yes, it's 5. So here the next field is value contract material. So we maintain this only for the value contract item category, nothing but WK1. If you maintain
Right?
material here,
WKN.
W,
KN.
yeah,
Item category is WKN.
WK1.
That is document category. Sales document.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For the document WK1, we will use the value contract.
Value contract material.
Yes. See, what is the item category we use for what is this WK1?
WKN, right?
It is WKN.
N.
Okay. So for the WK1 we use WKN.
Okay. Okay.
So see here value contract material WKM something is there. So we can give our own material here. Okay. If we maintain material here, then system will automatically determine it while creating the value contract general document. This is dummy material. You can give any material, not an issue.
But material means in the just name it.
Yeah,
material.
whatever the material you have in the what is this master data.
Oh,
You
okay,
can give
okay,
any
okay.
of the material for reference only.
Like Covishield 18, we are
Whatever it
using
may
like
be, you can give any material. It's just for reference.
okay,
See, while
okay,
we have created, actually, the system has asked us about this material, right? So at the time we have created this one also, WKM1. We have copied it from 1000. I think you remember that.
okay, yeah,
So here you can give any material, not an issue.
okay.
See, the next field here is contract release control. This one.
Uh,
Oh,
This field controls how the system should respond if the release order value exceeds the contract value. That is whether to give warning message or error message or no message. So we use this field
okay.
for value contract, right?
Contract.
So here it is A. A means warning message. So we got it right while the contract value exceeds. And if it is the error message, then the system will not allow us to create the what is this release order for more than the quantity which is there in the sales document.
Which exits.
Sorry, which is there in the contract.
Okay.
Okay. So I think you are clear with all the controls in the item category.
okay.
So if you have any queries, then you can ask me now.
Mm.
Yeah, are you clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.